Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my video in my YouTube channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. First time I want to introduce myself. My name is Elsa Leta Putri, and I am a student from Andalas University, Magister program in Department of Soil Science. So this time this time is my first video in my YouTube channel, and I have assessment in my class to making video and then share to my YouTube channel. So this time I will do it. I want to share to you about my science about environmental, especially about uh, rice field management. So first, I want to say thank you to my lecturer in the class of rice field management is Professor Ilna Fatmalta, and I say thank you to my classmate in the class of rice field management. So this time, I want to share you about science, environmental science. I mean, especially about rice field management. So this time I want to share you about some journal from Beni Hidayat. Beni Hidayat, this journal from ESSN online number 23 for 6 for 725. The title is Remediasi Tanah Pencemar Logam Berat dengan menggunakan Biochar. So this time I want to share you about environmental science, especially about rice field management. The title is Biochar Benefit in Reducing Heavy Metal Viability in Rice Field and Rice Production. In this my video, I want to share you about English, but my presentation I use in Indonesian. So I hope we will to edit together about my presentation later. Heavy metal are naturally present in the soil and cannot degrade it, can remain in soil and water bodies for a long time, so that it will continue to increase over time. Accumulation of metal in the soil, which can result in decrease in soil microbial activity and red soil fertility and soil quality overall, and a decrease in yield and increase of toxic materials into the food chain. Pollution in the entry or introduction of living things, substance, energy, and/or other components in the environment, or a change in the environmental order by human activities or natural process. So that quality environment down to a certain degree on causing the environment to become less or unable to function anymore according to its designation. And the last development in healthy soil contaminated with heavy metal is by using biochar. Biochar is an ionic biomass that undergoes intermediate process and can be made on a simple scale and can be developed solve environmental problem of pollution to the lowest level such as farmer. And biochar has the largest surface area and a high capacity to absorb heavy metal can potential be used to reduce bioavailability and the leaching of heavy metal as well as organic pollution into the soil through absorption and the other physicochemical reaction. These heavy metals are naturally present in the nature and exposed due to the weathering process. It is, for example, from Merapi mountain, which can contribute to nature. We can see This is a type of heavy metal. For example, from mercury, there mercury 0.03 concentration. And this type of soil forming sorted rock contain heavy metal Pb. We can see this type of rock and this concentration Pb. We can see this rock from basalt. The concentration Pb concentration is 3 until 6. And suppliers of heavy metal in agricultural soil include agrochemical, toxin-synthetic fertilizer, and pesticides. Chemical fertilizer has been shown to increase the presence of heavy metal in the soil. We can see this cadmium concentration. For example, after 1 year of fertilizer application, we can see this there for area A until D, that is cadmium concentration before farmer and after farmer. We can know from this table is cadmium concentration have after farmer more than cadmium concentration than before farmer. Same with this lead concentration. We can see before farmer and after farmer. Same with the last heavy metal. Lead farmer, lead concentration have more after farmer have concentration lead concentration more than before farmer. And it is heavy metal is arsenic concentration. Same with the last heavy metal. After farmer have more have arsenic concentration more than before farmer. So they use synthetic heavy metal like Cu and copper, lead, and mercury. The various type of pesticide has also been shown to contribute to increased concentration soil and plain. This is heavy metal content in soil due to pesticide application in the cross rivers area in the Nigeria. So we can see there are three places sample, Ikom, Etung, and Boki. This is land use versatile until Boki forest, and this is heavy metal concentration. And from this we know about in another use lane, some use lane, have concentration heavy metal is so very different. Not same. And this location so different to have heavy metal concentration very different. So pollution caused by industry in agricultural areas, especially versatile heavy metal, are not only concentrated in the soil, root, and leaf, but also in the resulting rain. And this is very dangerous. It spread to the community. So we can see this is average concentration of heavy metal in soil. The some part of breast plate. This type of heavy metal we can see this is from soil, food, leaves, and from uh, resulting of rain. So it's very dangerous from healthy too if the heavy metal a lot in the another in the some of There are heavy metal concentrated in the soil, wood, leaf, until a resulting grain. And Biochar mechanism and remediation soil contaminant with the heavy metal. So Biochar has the ability to stabilize heavy metal in polite soil base significantly, reducing the absorption of heavy metal by plant and can improve the quality by improving the physical, chemical, and biological properties of soil. So this is a mechanism of PB to plus operation by Biochar fluid, which can include there are three mechanisms. The first is PB exchange with the calcium and magnesium and other content in biochar, which are presented together and in spread complexes with humid material complexes and mineral oxide from biochar. Second mechanism is complexation of a heavy metal surface with different functional group and the complexation with the free hydroxyl oxide mineral and deposit on other surface. Sorry. And the third mechanism is a physical absorption in sperma and the surface precipitation of which contribute to stabilization of PV tuplus. And it is effect of biochar application on the mobility of heavy metal in the soil. You can see this is biochar from hardwood. This is heavy metal type. There EACD, Cu, and zinc, and their effect is reducing the mobility of metal in groundwater pairs until washing method. This is from Besley et al. 2010. So, the biochar and bioavailability of heavy metal. Bioavailability of heavy metal can show the amount of potential metal entry weight into the food chain. And the result of several studies the effect of biochar on soil contaminant with the heavy metal. We can see this from wood, for example. Heavy metal is Es, so their effect is significantly reduced As in the means canthus leaf. This is from Hadley et al. 2009. So the concentration of CD in several applications of wet stove biochar from Siu et al. 2011 reported the use of a wet-stone biochar of CD contaminated soil in the Yipeng area of Jiangsu, China, at a dose of 0, 20, or 40 tons per hectare. In the court, there are two consecutive years of field research, 2009 until 2010, found that the reduction in the CD concentration in the plant tissue and also in grain and real a dose of 40 tons per hectare. You can see this is C2. So the conclusion pollution is a risk that cannot be avoided along with an increase in population and avoid the world without life then producing a lot of waste. Many efforts have been made the reasoning and the negative effect of this waste and biochar is a material that has the potential to apply to pollute soil. So, biochar has the physical and the chemical ability to remove heavy metal activity and can also supply a number of nutrients. And this depends on the biochar production technique. So, uh, just that for me about my presentation about uh, environmental science, especially about rice field management. Thank you for attention. I'm sorry if there are many miss in my presentation because my English is not well. I'm sorry too. And thank you for attention. I hope I can making more. I can making a lot of video in my YouTube channel about I want to share about my science. So thank you for attention. Yes, for me, sorry for my miss. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.